Hello, hello. Yes, you are not seeing things. Sherene and I are definitely back in the building, literally. Sherene and I have not been able to get together. We tried doing the internet Zoom stuff. We just can't do it. It's just not us. So we have to be live and in person. We have to be together. Sherene has been in India and Italy for the last 6 weeks or so. I'm taking off to Mexico next week. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of movement going on right now. But we're so excited that we can get together today because she just got back into town a couple days ago. And so we figured we'd make a few videos before I take off. And this one in particular, first things first, I feel like we have to play catch up. Yes. I feel like we haven't seen each other in weeks. There's so much that's happened. She was gone during the whole retrograde. And I mean, like, this was a tough one. We had the eclipse. I mean, there was so much shit going down, like literally, figuratively.
We're still recovering.
Yeah, and I feel like we're still recovering from it. We are still in the Mercury retrograde shadow period until the 6th, 5th, 6th. So, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Like a few of my students have even said, like, what's going on? I feel like Mercury went dark, but I'm still working late every day, and I'm putting out a fire every day. So there is a lot of stuff going on, and Sherene's gonna catch us up on that because there's stuff with Mars and Pluto, which is all like, I always think like Mars-Pluto is like combustion and like fire and anger.
It's very combustible, yeah.
Yeah, explosive, you know. So if I think about, if you just kind of put 2 and 2 together, it starts to make sense, you know. So I'm gonna leave it to Sherene and let her catch us up a little bit on what's been going down.
Oh my God, where do we start? Okay, so the big news. I mean, Mars just shifted into Capricorn, and you know we've been in this Mars dance with the retrograde in Scorpio, and then finally breaking into Sagittarius, and now he's finally in his sign of exaltation, which is Capricorn. So it's like we can finally get down to business and like brass tacks and get things done. So we're all feeling this push, like we want to take care of things now. Like it may suddenly feel like, oh my God, I've got so much to accomplish.
Totally, yeah,
so
I got back on.
That is a really intense energy.
Can we actually break down real quick about the Mars being exalted and all that stuff? Because
so
it doesn't necessarily mean that it's in its same sign, right? Like that, but it's a very specific thing. So to say that Mars is exalted, Mars, first of all, I think of it as the fiery planet, the action, the anger, the primal, like, let's get it all done. Like that's Mars, and it's exalted in Capricorn.
Yes.
What does that mean, Sherene?
So it means he does his best work in Capricorn. Like he hits his highest octaves, and he is very strategic in Capricorn, and it's the place where we can finally get things done and achieve our goals. Like we can, like the goat, like climb up the mountain step by step. And Mars, you know, it's a way to really constructively channel the energy of Mars so that we go after what it is that we really want in a more structured way, and we use our time really well. So this is a time you can take advantage of this opportunity to really set yourself up strategically to get things done,
strategizing,
and just blow through your projects, deadlines, and tasks, things that normally take 10 times as long. But that said, we also have other competing influences. So that's one of our best, I think that's one of our most supportive influences going on at the moment, in terms of like work and structure and deadlines and just getting things done. But we've also got this very intense energy of Pluto, which is also in Capricorn. So Capricorns, you're probably really feeling this push to like take over the world. It could be a little overwhelming. Or wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, you could suddenly feel this very intense surge, which is only going to intensify actually between now and like the middle to the end of October, when I think it's the 19th when they collide together. We have the exact planetary war of Mars and Pluto. I wanted, because it was when I was going to be in New York. Wait, when was that? Mars.
Perfect.
Yeah, on the 19th. Oh, it's right before I go to New York. Yeah, I'm going to be in Detroit picking up Harpo finally on the 19th. So, so between now and October 19th, we're going to really feel that energy building up, and it's an intense energy. Now, first of all, we should talk about Pluto shifting too, because that just happened on Monday. We just had that a couple days ago. Pluto coming out of retrograde in Capricorn. That shift of Pluto is really a big revealer of shadow energy. So like any psycho energy lurking in the background is coming into the light now, literally. And also if there's any, like, if you have any kind of things that got put under the rug, buried under the surface, or you kind of put in the back of the closet, it's coming up now for review. Psychologically, we have to really deal with all the skeletons. And we'll feel that on the political scene as well, like anything that was kind of, you know, closeted or we tried to bury, and personally, psychologically, politically, all of that is coming up now, And Mars is going to just intensify that, you know, as Mars gets closer to Pluto between now and the 19th. So it's going to be an intense landscape.
I was going to say, it sounds like some drama might be going down.
It's very dramatic, Capricorn, because it's Capricorn is a sign of integrity. So anything that's out of alignment with integrity is going to be like spotlighted right now. So you've got to be on your game, and you've got to like have everything in integrity, or it's going to be exposed and busted right now. Not only that, but we've also another thing that's going to underscore that theme of not being able to get away with something that is lacking in, you know, moral integrity is we've also got this Neptune in Pisces getting the South Node is also in Pisces. South Node is getting closer to Neptune in Pisces. What that means is, on a karmic level in the collective unconscious, we're also seeing this very intense energy of illusions and delusions being revealed. So there's a lot of dissolving of that which is no longer real. You know, we're not able to kind of get away with our illusions anymore.
I feel like what you're saying, maybe I'm projecting, but
please.
you know, especially in this age of like Instagram and the internet,
and like
like my best blessed life, and, you know, and like
I'm so blessed.
Hashtag blessed. I feel, and we talk about this all the time, by the way. When we're at dinner, we're just like, oh, all this bullshit.
We totally dish on it.
So I feel like, am I hearing that maybe some of those kind of illusions might be dissolving? Maybe some of that might be finally, like the veil might be, some of the veils might be coming up, the beer goggles are coming down.
Exactly. It's like turning the lights off. Turning the lights on at the end of the night, where at the bar where you're like, oh yeah, beer goggles. Take the beer goggles off. And the exposure of like, okay, it's not what it seemed to be.
Right. The rose-colored glasses.
The glamour is being removed. So you're just getting the nitty-gritty of what's underneath this sparkly surface.
What's real and kind of the dissolving
the Photoshop
of
has been removed. There's no filter.
Perfect. Okay.
It's the filter-free version of reality coming up.
We are seeing that coming out more. That's great. I love to hear that. That's great news for me.
Especially if you put that in connection with the dissolving of the illusions and the filters, the rose-colored glasses, the beer goggles, with Mars and Capricorn, which is also hardcore reality testing. Now, we've already had a lot of lessons with the Saturn-Neptune square, which we've also been through all summer. So we're already getting used to this kind of reality check energy. But now if you put that, okay, so that's one thing going on. But then there's a whole other world going on too with this Libra energy, which you may have felt. So the sun just went into Libra on the equinox last week.
Shout out Libras.
And this is a big Libra year because we've got Jupiter in Libra.
Right. Yeah. And for the first time in 12 years.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, for the first time in 12 years. So there's a big Libra theme around relationships and justice also happening.
Right, because Libra rules that. Relationships, justice, harmony, the scales.
Yeah. And the ruler of Libra is Venus, the planet Venus, which loves beauty and social connections and relationships and balance in relationships and, just celebrating the good life, like in terms of friends and beauty in life. So there's a huge focus on that, and that's being intensified. So now if we do the astrological lineup, so here we have Sun in Libra. We're getting ready for a new moon in Libra on Friday, which is going to be another video. We've got Jupiter in Libra, which is amplifying the Libra energies. And then if we go to the ruler of Libra, which is Venus, Venus is now in Scorpio. So hella intense with Mars in Scorpio. With Mars in Capricorn.
Yeah,
so Mars is the ruler of Capricorn. You can tell I've been living in San Francisco. I say hella now. So where did that come from? I never use that word. I like it. So
you just have to give in.
I know. I was like, okay, channeling Mars and Capricorn. Mars and Capricorn is what's dominating the Scorpio. So they're all linked. So imagine the intensity of Venus in Scorpio, which loves like excess and extremes and very passionate, very passionate, decadent,
like red velvet.
And femme fatale energy, and it's just like it's such a romantic time right now, and it's like so passionate, and it's like really like just sexy and really wonderful. But then we've got behind that the Mars and Capricorn. So it's like we have to channel that intensity. Like there's definitely a romantic intensity happening this month. So it's really exciting. So we haven't had that. It's been so Virgo. It's been kind of sterile for a while, a little sanitized in our love life. So finally the passion's coming back.
Yay.
Yay. It's finally coming back. And passion for love and creativity. And, we just felt that on the Project 40 retreat too. Like so much celebration of like good food and connection.
Decadence.
Decadence in the best way, but in a way that's really healing. And just like reclaiming our passion, reigniting the passion, and then you can direct it into this Mars and Capricorn vibe of like actually getting things done.
Actually getting it done, yeah, exactly.
So depending on where your passion is, you can really follow your passion right now and do something constructive with it. So there's really, really strong Mars themes is what I feel like. Mars kind of dominates the scene right now because since he's the ruler of, so if we do all the Libra stuff, it takes us back to the Mars and Capricorn. Then Saturn is in, it's going to take us all the way back. Saturn's in Sagittarius still. But anyway, the point is, it's going to take us back to the Mars and Capricorn energy, which is with Pluto. So there's that really intense Mars, Scorpio, Pluto, Capricorn theme going on, which to me spells passion, integrity, and like doing what you love and really building like your empire with it right now. Like building up your real goals and dreams and having the passion and the determination and the fortitude to get it done.
So I love that because I feel like the last month with all the Virgo themes and the retrograde and all that, I feel like we've all been like cleaning up house. You know, literally a lot of people have been organizing and like you know cleaning things out, like cleaning out the closet, cleaning out the plumbing, you know, all that stuff.
Kind of nice to get out of there.
Yeah, and now that we've kind of done enough, because I can like, all right, I'm done scrubbing.
We're done cleaning, organizing.
Right, now that we've kind of got that, now we've got things in order. I feel like now it's like, okay, great, like. Clear room, clear canvas, let's put it to work.
Let's go out to dinner and make new plans.
Yeah,
it's like time to go to dinner and make plans, collaborate.
Yes, over like a really nice, delicious dinner and a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. With your favorite partners, right?
Yeah, exactly. With your favorite partners in crime.
Perfect, yes.
And the decadence.
Yeah, so I feel like those are the biggest takeaways around where we've been, where we are, where we're headed. And you'll have to stay tuned for the new moon video. And that's it for now. Thank you.